One of the coolest things about life and on the spiritual journey is recognizing that once you get to a point where you have a certain amount of knowledge and where you have a certain amount of experience, you're going to realize that the further along that you go, the less it's going to feel like you know, the less experience you're going to feel like you have, because you're going to start to see things around you change all the time. The more you develop yourself spiritually, the more that you put yourself in a higher frequency of greater things, because you're already becoming a greater version of yourself. So when you find yourself around environments that you feel challenged to grow in, you find yourself in situations that you feel challenged to do better in, that you feel like at one point you were in the deep end, you were swimming in the deep end, but now you're in the shallow end of something harder, right? When things seem like they get more difficult and that you have to adjust, that you have to transform, and that you have to adapt, that just means that you've already conquered a challenge. Now it's time for you to go through deeper and more difficult and more demanding tasks so that you can gain more knowledge. See, the thing with knowledge is that knowledge is infinite. So when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to, in general, how life works with us, we're always on an infinite journey. So in that journey, there's infinite challenges. You're never going to be on top of everyone else, because there's always going to be something or someone that has much greater knowledge, much greater experience, which means that there's always going to be a lesson to learn, not just from you, but also for them as well, right? So we can't let our egos get in the way, in which we think that we know more than others. But instead of looking at others or speaking to others as if we know more than them, we can actually start to look at what can we learn from others as well. One of the greatest things that, for me at least, that I've noticed is that whenever I felt like I got to a certain point, whether it was physical fitness or whether it was just the knowledge that I was gaining, I would start to find people that would blow my mind, not just with their physical fitness too, but also with their knowledge as well. Like there's always gonna be someone with knowledge in another field that you are just completely inexperienced in, and that's just how great things can get. When you start to see challenges and greater lessons and things, that's when you can really start to grow. And so however you grow and what you start to learn is up to you at the end.